Seeing the full-body apparition of my late grandmother was the most dramatic event yet, but in truth it was just another of a series of events pulling me deeper and deeper, and I'd come to find it was not the first time she showed herself, as followers pointed out in the window of this earlier video. You can clearly see an older blonde woman appear in the window behind me before vanishing. Here's a closer look, brightened to make it clearer. I took the liberty of comparing it to photos of my grandmother, both recently before her passing and old. The resemblance seems a deadlock. Everything going on in the house, the history of the town, all the things that I'd been finding were in dire need of answers. So I turned to somebody who could get them from a place that I could not, and she'd have much to reveal about this old tree. The medium arrived the morning after I'd seen my grandmother's apparition.
I feel like I'm in a fog.
This house is filled with weird stuff, so...
Something in the house was clouding her abilities, and she seemed to have an idea of what it might be.
It seems more like an object. Maybe something blessed or enchanted or something.
Can you tell me anything about the entities that are here?
Yeah, we're gonna need to go look for them.
Okay, like walk around the house?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, come on. So how many entities do you think are in the house?
It feels like 4. Did you see your grandma last night?
Yeah, right there, actually.
And the little girl?
I did not see a little girl, but I posted the video online, and that is something a few other people mentioned seeing.
And you saw something over here.
Yes, I did.
And you saw a face in the laundry room.
Wow. Yeah, I saw, it looked kind of like a picture of my great-grandfather, and I mentioned that, but a lot of people were telling me that it was probably a demon.
No, I don't think there's anything demonic in this house. Whatever it is that's dampening my abilities, I don't believe it would let anything demonic in here.
Okay.
But I do think this is your great-grandfather.
Why?
It feels like these two spirits are related, like father and daughter.
Okay, that makes sense. So it's my great-grandfather, my grandmother, little girl, and you said there were 4 entities? What's the 4th?
You saw a shadow over here?
I did, yes.
And you chased it down.
Oh my god, yeah, yeah.
He was actually pretty proud of you.
Proud?
Yeah. And he also accidentally might have scared your daughter. That was not intentional.
Holy shit, okay. Do you think that that could maybe be my great-grandfather's grandfather? Because he's mentioned him a couple times in some notes.
I think maybe. This is a very old spirit, much older than some of the other spirits. When spirits have been dead longer than they've been alive, it's kind of a little harder to get a read on them. But it does feel like these spirits are related.
Okay.
I just wish I could get more. Whatever is here is definitely really... I really feel like I'm in a fog.
Do you want to go sit down again in the...
Yeah.
Let's... So can you sense anything else about like what this thing is or where it is, whatever this thing that's dampening your senses is?
It's definitely under the house. It's probably under this room. It belonged to the old spirit. I'm seeing like a cross, like a really old cross.
Okay, what about the little girl spirit that you mentioned before? Can you tell me anything else about her?
She's different. It's definitely a human spirit, but there's just something off about it. She's definitely different. She's not here right now. She's hiding, but I'm getting a sense of her, and she wants to play outside.
Can you get a sense of what any of the other ones want?
So they're divided about something. Your great-grandfather and the older spirit, they want you to do something. Your grandmother doesn't want you to do it.
Can you ask them questions?
It would be better if you asked, and if they respond, I can let you know.
Okay, for my grandma, is this thing that you don't want me to do, is that related to the information that you wouldn't give to my mom and Aunt Helen about Jessica?
That's a strong yes.
What happened with Jessica in that whole situation that you're willing, like, I mean, you lost your whole family. What happened?
I'm not getting all of it, but there were some really bad people involved. They were enemies of your great-grandfather. Even mentioning them is kind of, it's making the energy of the house really negative and dark.
Okay. For my grandma again, you mentioned in the pros and cons list something about becoming like Alex. What did you mean by that? I don't understand.
She had a younger brother named Alex. You're named after him. He died really young, like in his early 20s. He was doing all of this stuff, and that's what got him killed. I don't know what they mean by all of this stuff.
I think I do. Okay. I'm kind of at a loss for words here. Do you think that, can you ask, or I guess I ask, is there any way to, to get under the house?
I don't know. Have you tried getting into it?
I found one entryway, but it was like really hardcore sealed off.
Can you show me?
Yeah. Okay, so there it is, the only entrance I found under the house.
Yeah, your grandma definitely did that. She's pretty proud of herself. There's something in there. Your great-grandfather and the older spirit, they want you to go in there. Your grandmother doesn't want you to go in there. But whatever's in there, I don't feel like that's it. I feel like there's more to find. There's definitely something under there, though.
Oh, now that, mentioning that, I don't know why exactly, but I remember that I do have these keys that I meant to give to you sooner. Could you just take them and tell me if you get anything off of them?
These are your great-grandfather's keys. This one feels like it's a key to the house. This was a key to the house.
Okay.
This is a key to, like, a lockbox. They got pretty excited when I mentioned that. I think there's a lockbox under there.
Oh, wow.
And this one seems like a key to, like, a church. It might not be operational anymore.
Okay, wow.
Is there any way we could go over there?
Yeah, okay.
There's a lot of spirits back here. They don't feel human. There's a lot of them.
Have you ever experienced something like that before?
Only one time, in this really old house that was built in like the 1800s by some European immigrants. It felt like this, like they had brought it over with them. If that makes any sense. I'm feeling really drawn to this tree. Wow. Your great-grandfather brought the beginnings of this tree over with him from the UK.
Wow.
I don't want you to think I'm crazy or anything, but I feel like there might be fae out here. I think this might be like a fairy tree.
You know what? That doesn't sound crazy to me because it really just falls in line with everything that I've been experiencing too. Are you feeling okay?
I just feel really lightheaded. This has been an experience. I had to work a little bit harder than usual. I think I'm just gonna head back home before it gets worse.
Yeah, you don't want to be driving. Okay. I mean, I really appreciate you coming out. You've been an incredible help. Yeah. It was really nice to meet you. And, maybe if you're willing, you can come out again and we can find something else out. I don't know.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. So as you could see, a ton of information. She seemed to know a lot. And I guess, it's possible she's seen my TikTok feed. But, I don't know. I trusted her. And I don't know. I got really good vibes from her. And she seemed good to me. I don't know if I'm going to post again this weekend. This was a lot of stuff. I might take a break. But this is definitely going to continue. And if I'm not back this weekend, I'll be back early next week. Thanks for watching. A lot of new followers. Love you guys. Let's keep this going. I want to thank Chris Waite. I know I said I was going to take a little day off, but she pointed out that the LKS in the list that my great-grandfather had in his journal may refer to the Lesser Key of Solomon, because the MM we were thinking is the Malleus Maleficarum. This is basically a demonology grimoire book, whatever you want to call it. Here, I'm going to post up a picture and something from Wikipedia so you can get a quick look. Also, I just want to add, thank you guys, all the new follows. I've jumped up pretty significantly now over, double what I had yesterday. So that's pretty cool. Glad you're here. Hope you enjoy the videos, and I'm going to keep them coming. Also, I do plan to try to go under the house, but you guys need to understand that grate is like very bolted to the hole that's there, and those bolts are significantly rusted. I need to get it off. People are saying just cut through it. It's like, I'm kind of a bigger guy. I don't want to squeeze through where there's a bunch of jagged pieces of metal on the rim. So I'm going to try to get it open, but it's going to take a couple days. But I'll get down there, I promise you guys. A couple of small things this morning. I want to thank the people who've given me advice on how to handle the rusted bolts on the grate over there. They've given me a lot of options. I'm going to go ahead and try those. Should be able to get through it next couple days. I will be going under there. Also, I'm still looking for the radio interview with my great-grandfather that he mentioned in the second journal that I found. I know it was around 1975. I know it was on a Friday. So, I've been going to, places online are not that great, radio archives. Some libraries have them. Some radio stations have them. Still looking. I'll post that up as soon as I'm able to find it. I did want to add, because I'm getting a lot of comments about Megan, the medium who came over, obviously. I want to say she did not take any money from me. I offered to pay her. She would not accept. She said she came because, she respected my grandmother. She said she's not even really, I guess what you'd consider a professional medium, because she doesn't get paid. Like, she doesn't have, that's not what she does. She said, she has the ability, but she doesn't use it to make money. And I guess, I don't think she goes to houses very often. It seemed to be pretty taxing on her, and it seemed to be something that was not, like, completely pleasant for her. I don't know. Some people are asking about getting to see her, or me giving them their number or her number. I'll talk to her, but I don't think that she'd be interested. But I'll ask her. And on a final note, I just want to say, like, over 30,000 followers, so you guys are awesome. I appreciate that. I like that you guys are here. I'm happy you guys are enjoying this journey. I'm gonna keep posting, gonna keep finding stuff, I think, and we'll see where this ends up. Okay, I decided to go looking for Frogette because she had been missing for the longest amount of time since we moved in. I was thinking, because Megan said, she felt the little girl presence with my grandma in the room, and some of you thought, based on what she said, that maybe Frogette was that little girl she was talking about. I decided to go in and look around where I had seen my grandmother. I didn't really, I was looking to see if there was a person there, but I wasn't really looking for a doll. And, well, I found her, so here you go. So I came in here looking for Frogette based on what Megan said about the little girl, and there she is. Sitting right here in my grandma's room, hiding in the corner behind the door. Some of you said you thought maybe the little girl ghost she was talking about was her. I'm almost certain of it now. I guess she wants to be here right now, so I'm just going to leave her here. Okay, this cracked me up, but it's also a pretty great theory. This is Cody A197. They came up saying that maybe the reason those keys were popping up and disappearing back and forth is because, my great-grandfather is trying to give them to me, and then my grandma's taking them back because she doesn't want me to have them. I don't know if that's the case. It kind of makes sense, and I love when you guys point stuff out to me, or you guys have already helped me figure out several things, so, keep looking for stuff. If you think of something, comment, and as you see, like, I'll definitely, good ones, I'll pull them up, and we'll see. Yeah, I love having you guys along with this journey, so thank you guys. Okay, I'm hitting a couple of semi-close by universities and libraries today to see, still on the hunt for that radio interview. I did want to make a couple little updates, because, I don't know, I like to make videos for you guys as often as I can, so I'm just going to run through them. One thing I get a lot is about the, how scared I seem, like, when I see my supposed grandmother, and some people thinking, like, oh, well, you wouldn't be that scared, it's a demon. Or, people like, oh, how are you sleeping in that house? And I've kind of mentioned this before. But the truth is, and, I'm sure people who've experienced stuff like this can back this up, when you are experiencing it in that moment, it can look like, your dead mom who died a week ago, and it is terrifying. It doesn't matter who it is. In the moment when you're not expecting it, it is fucking horrifying. But, as some time passes, and I think, and I kind of, think, but what was it exactly that I saw? I have not experienced anything that was at all threatening in this house, really. To me, obviously you can't see it as clearly in the picture as I did it with my eyes, but it looked just like my grandmother. A little older than I remembered her, but that makes sense because, she lived another 30 years before she died. But yeah, and the other things I've seen, like I said, I've seen things run away from me. I've seen something hiding from me. I don't get the sense that anything here is a threat to me at all. About the girls, Melissa had that one time like where I posted the video where she was covering her eyes and running away, but other than that, she seemed to be fine with it. Sallow has had a couple little things. I mentioned very early on her talking about hearing voices. She just doesn't really want to appear in these videos. She's pretty shy, and you know, she's a teenager. She doesn't want to be in her dad's TikTok. Not shocked. Summer, you know, you guys heard when you heard her barking in the video with my grandma's ghost. I think that was just her reacting to my reaction, because if you listen, she starts barking when I freak out. And like I mentioned before, she doesn't really freak out at anything in the house. At night, almost every night, she wants to run and bark. A big truck passing by, sorry. Every night, she wants to run out and bark in the yard, but like I said, I think that that's probably just raccoons or possums or something like that. Glad you guys seem to like the Halloween trivia. I might post another one up today, if not tomorrow, and these ones will be more difficult. And finally, I have talked to Megan about possibly coming back out. She does not seem very interested in, you know, taking up a bunch of other cases, people to go look at their houses. She does not have social media. She seems kind of old-fashioned to me. I mean, she might have a Facebook page or something, I don't know. But she does not have a TikTok. She's not on YouTube. She said she might come back out. If she did, it wouldn't be too soon, because she told me that she still feels kind of worn out from the experience. So I don't know how that works, but yeah, I guess this was a pretty rough one for her. That's about all for today, so unless something happens later, if I find the interview or something happens here in the house, I'll let you guys know. Okay, me and Melissa just got to get showered, and then we are heading out to those last couple places that maybe I can find that radio interview. If I don't find it today, I'm probably going to put that aside for a little while. The grate to get under the house is next, so tomorrow for sure, that's happening. Also this morning, I did have that dream again, and it did, again, have some different things happen in that, so I'm just going to go ahead and post what I recorded when I woke up, and you guys can tell me what you think. Okay, I had that dream again, clearer again. This time, you know, walking into my grandma's room, she's arguing with my great-grandfather. Still can't really tell what they're arguing about. I assume it has to do with what Megan was talking about when she came by. The other person in the back in the corner, I could see much clearer this time. It was a man. Looked like he was dressed like somebody from the 1800s. He had like, it looked kind of like a chest plate on, like beneath a dark coat. Had long hair tied back. He was just kind of watching them, and they weren't really acknowledging him. They were just arguing amongst themselves. And then he just stared at me, and then I woke up. So I don't know what that means. Some of you guys are pretty good at analyzing this stuff. Maybe you can tell me what you think. Found the interview. I got incredibly lucky, and one of the places that I went to today, they had the interviews organized by basically the topics. It seems like someone had done this something like 20 years ago. I found it, and you know, they had kind of a paranormal area, and guys, it is amazing. It's about 15 minutes long, so I'm going to have to make 5 videos for this, but I'm going to start posting them now. I'm going to try to get them out to you all today. I do have to touch them up a little bit because the audio is pretty garbled. It was some small AM radio station in 1975.
Once again, new information would plunge me ever deeper into this unbelievable mystery, and it would reveal more than anything yet about the secret legacy of my ancestors.